So I'm going to show you a clip from a webinar I recently facilitated for people who were interested in finding out more about how I help people quickly change about what they think, feel, or behave. So just before I show you the clip, I'm just going to give you a brief introduction. On the webinar, I talk for a few minutes about myself, a few minutes about the control system, and then I explain how the mind works. And then I ask for a volunteer on the webinar to offer up a phobia. Now, the reason why I like to work with phobias in front of a live audience is because, one, people don't feel like they need to hide their phobias from other people, as most of my clients who come to me would come for very, very private issues, you know. Two, a phobia, for me, it's an easy one to fix, because if you can show your mind that it can change one thing, then you can show your mind that it can change absolutely anything about how you think, feel, or behave. But also, it's great for a live audience because you can see on the person's face when they're thinking about that or they're talking about it. You can see how uncomfortable they feel when they think about that fear of spiders or enclosed spaces, for this lady in particular. And then you can see on this lady's face her expression after we've done some work together. Really would love you to pay attention to that. It's a very slight moment. Now, one more thing before I share this with you is how I did it. So I asked her what it was, first of all. Then I asked her what might have caused it, because I wanted to see what sort of reason or barrier there might be in the mind for resistance to change. And then I asked her mind. So we induced subconscious dominance previously in the webinar, but I asked her mind to get rid of that fear. And the reason why her mind got rid of that fear was because I invalidated the truth that her mind believed. So her mind believed that small spaces were dangerous for a valid reason. You'll see that. And I invalidated that. So her mind then easily agreed to change. So I hope you enjoy, and I hope you find it interesting.
You were everyone who I could see so far on video. It's okay for those who are tuned in and not on video. Don't worry about it. It's no problem. You were all very good responders as it is, in general. So, well, Ashley has offered up her phobia. If you are happy to continue with that, yeah.
Yeah.
What is it that you're afraid of?
I have a fear of closed spaces, so I'll be claustrophobic. I can't go in lifts, I can't get on airplanes, and it's kind of, it ruins kind of my life from moving on. So that's what I want to get rid of, to be able to go on holidays with my family. I've got off planes so many times with panic, anxiety, so it's all that I want to get rid of. So it really affects kind of everything. Like, you wouldn't believe how much it affects in your life.
Okay. Right, let's try and work on that then.
Yeah.
Why not? Why not?
Yeah.
Okay. How long have you had this fear?
Since I was 12.
Since you were 12. Okay. Was there anything specific that triggered it that you would like to share? You don't have to.
My sister only told me last year that my ma used to have this box thing in our room, but it was like a coffin box that she put all our laundry, like our bedding or whatever, in. And she actually put me in and sat on it, and she wouldn't let me out. So I think that's where it came from.
Yeah, okay. I want you to close your eyes right now, and everyone else can just watch. And I want you to place yourself in a situation where you are physically feeling that fear. So, for example, it could be in a lift, could be in the hospital, the revolving doors in the hospital. Just put yourself there in your mind's eye. We're going to come back from it in a second. Don't get too stressed out, all right? And when you're there, just nod your head. On a scale of 0 to 10, 10 being as worse as possible it can be, how bad is it? Give me a number.
Bad.
12. 10, 12. Okay, come away from that, open your eyes. So it's very, very natural for your crew members, Ashley, to steer you away from that, because there was a time when you had no control over your safety. yeah, you felt the fear of being locked in that box because your man sat in the box and you couldn't do anything about it at the time. There was no escape for you. However, that's a strategy of 12-year-old you. I'm not going to ask you how old you are now, but you've moved on and you are now an adult and you know how to keep yourself safe. You know that flying is the safest mode of transport. You know that you have control to get up and walk out anywhere when you decide you want to. The adult can take control and the captain can take control of your ship. The crew member just needs to trust the captain that the captain knows what's the right thing to do. And you are probably going to end up doing it anyway. Like, you're probably going to go on a plane. You're probably going to go to the hospital. Like this stuff, like the fear itself can't completely stop you because you have to do it. So your crew have a choice. They can either do it the easy way or the hard way. The hard way is doing these things with the fear, because it's going to happen whether they like it or not. You're going on that plane. You're going to go on holidays. You're going to go and do all these things. The hard way is with the fear. The easy way is doing it without the fear. Completely without the fear. And you know yourself, as you've evolved, how to keep yourself safe. Excellent, excellent. Well done, well done. So if I was to ask Ashley now to go and find that 10, that'll be gone now, will it? Okay, great. We'll come back. I'll come back to you and talk to you again. Thanks very much. Right, Ashley, you can check that out. Right. So now what I want you to do is close your eyes and go back to the exact same situation where you gave me that number 10, and I want you to try and find it again.
There's nothing there.
Nothing.
No.
Not even a smidgen. No.
No.
So if you were to give me a number between 0 and 10, what would you think it is?
So I pictured myself in that circle thing, and just going around, just going in it.
So would you say 0?
0, yeah.
Good, great. I just want to thank your crew for doing an excellent job. Thank you very, very much. Very, very much. And if everyone could give her a little clap, yeah. Well done. Brilliant. Brilliant. Let me put myself back on. All right. So I never let anyone leave the room unless that number between, so it's usually like 7, 8, or 9, 10. Some people it's above 10. Unless it goes down to 0. I never let people leave unless I get a 0. That's it. Ashley was a great responder and she did that within 20 minutes. But a lot of people respond very, very well and they respond very, very quickly. Now what happens now, Ashley, in theory, that fear is gone. Can't find it in your mind's eye, you feel completely different now, which is fine. You need to go out and test it. You need to literally go put yourself in a situation and see if you're feeling the same way you were feeling before. What might happen is you might get a bit excited walking into an elevator going, oh, how am I going to feel now? Which is fine. Or you might walk into an elevator and feel absolutely nothing.
So there you have it. What do you think? It's all right if you think it's a bit weird. That's okay. A lot of people do say that to me. But I mean, the change happened. She got the results very, very, very quickly in the space of 20 minutes. Now, in order to make the results permanent, that's where the follow-up comes in. The fortune is in the follow-up to consolidate and make that change stick. If you're interested and would maybe like to chat more to see if this method would work for you in your mind, if there's something about how you think, feel, or behave that you would like to change, just get in touch.